So my name is Marilyn, sometimes known as Marilyn Misandry, sometimes known as DJ Fat Britney. My pronouns are she, her, they and them, and I encourage people to mix them up and to use either or. So I love it when people use she and they or them and her. I am a non-binary trans girl. I'm an artist, a DJ, a drag queen, a sometimes writer, co-producer of Liverpool's new trans festival, Tranuary. I am as well a trained makeup artist who never did anything with it, who absolutely loves makeup. I do drag under the name Marilyn Misandry, who is a camp, weird trans clown from Manchester. Being non-binary to me means that I have an understanding of the fluidity and flexibility of the world. It means that I am someone who understands that not everything is fixed, especially gender. It means that I'm someone who doesn't feel the need to put themselves within the confine of either male or female and exists outside of it. What we as non-binary people can teach the world is that things aren't fixed and things aren't like completely immovable as ideas. Angela Davis, who is a hero of mine, academic and an author and activist, said that she was so excited and amazed by non-binary and trans people because, and I quote, "If you can shatter gender, if you can move gender, this immovable force, what can we do next?" I think for me what non-binary people can do is teach people who are cis that there are multitudes of things that can be changed. Like Angela Davis said, if we can shatter this idea that there are two fixed genders, just think of what else we can change. And I think that's a big thing that we as non-binary people can teach the world. Oh goodness, it's really hard to pin it down exactly because it's one of those things where you don't know what it is until it happens, and then when it happens it's just like awe-inspiring and brilliant. I would say gender euphoria is the sensation of being seen, being known, seeing yourself and knowing yourself in the moment, and it can be absolutely everything, and that's what's kind of brilliant about it. Is for me, gender euphoria is very bright matte red lipstick. For one of my partners, it's when he wears his trousers in a certain way. For one of my best friends, it's when they have a certain song come on. It's just brilliant. It's that moment where you hear something and it resonates so deeply with yourself that you just feel perfect with it. That's what I think gender euphoria is to me. I feel most liberated when I'm either mixing together very fast, loud music as Fat Britney on stage with an audience around me absolutely clinging onto it, or when I'm the only person on the stage as Marilyn Misandry, again with this audience controlling it. I think for me, as someone who is a multitude of quite oppressed identities, these moments where I can take back the narrative about my identity and take back the power of it are the moments that I feel most liberated. Oh, completely and utterly. I think makeup is completely inseparable from my gender. The first references that I have for gender, for wanting to play with gender, were things like Audrey Horne's makeup. When I first saw Audrey Horne's makeup in Twin Peaks, or when I saw the way that the older goth girls at my school would wear their eyeliner. Those were the first moments that really triggered my understanding of gender. And for me, makeup is part of my gender. I know it isn't for everybody, and I know it doesn't have its own innate gender, but for me, it's completely tied to how I do my gender and how gender works for me. I love that makeup is the great universalizer. You could be anybody, and if you put on the right blush, the right lip, the right eyeshadow, or not any of it, or whatever you put on, it gives you that kind of confidence, and it gives you that kind of illusion and that playfulness. For me, a lot of my gender is based in performance, which is why I'm a drag queen. And for me, makeup is the ultimate performance. It's I'm visibly disabled, I'm visibly fat, I'm visibly trans, I get so much street harassment, but makeup is about me going, I know you're going to stare at me and I know you're going to shout at me, but you're going to do that because I look gorgeous, you're going to do that because I've got a thick wing liner and a red lip at 8:30 in the morning. That's why you're going to do it, not for any negative reason. I would say this. I think that, you know, at the moment in this country, it's not very easy to be trans. It's not very easy to be non-binary. There are so many attacks against this. And I think what I would say is that, you know, it's easy to forget in the midst of that you are part of like a community and culture of brilliant, radical and beautiful people that stretches all the way back to ancient times, you know. And I think it's really important to note that, like, when all this is going on, when there's so many voices telling you you're wrong or attacking your rights, every day that you wake up, get out of bed and exist as a non-binary or trans person is a radical act, is a revolutionary act. I just want to say to any trans people watching this, like I said earlier on, I know things are really hard at the moment, but, you know, there are also moments of absolute joy in our life, and that's kind of what I want us as a community to focus on, is the joy and the power that we have. So I want to give Jecca Blac a massive thank you for giving me a platform that is about that joy and beauty. And if you want to see more of my face and more of my witterings, or see what I'm up to as a performer and artist, you can follow me at Marilyn Misandry on all the socials. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. And yeah, I hope whatever you're doing while you're watching this video, you have a gorgeous day. All my love. Thank you.